Hello and welcome to Tiffany's Crafts. I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful swag bow for a nice fall wreath. And I ask you to please subscribe and like to my page, Tiffany's Crafts. So I have my ribbon cut at about 14 inches long, around there. This yarn or ribbon is going to be used to hold the bow, and since I want my bow to be 6 inches, the whole bow to be that long, we're going to be making our loops staggered. So each one is bigger, each loop is bigger than the other. So the first loop is the smallest, but I'm going to be putting a flower in the bow, and I'll show you how to do that. So I measured my ribbon, and I'm going to begin with how long I want the streamer to be. And I want that streamer to be about 12 inches across. So the first thing I do is I begin with the streamer. So I've measured my 12 inches. And now we're going to begin the bow. So here's where my finger indicates, or the ruler is where I want the streamer to be. So we're going to start with the first loop. The first loop is going to be small. So we're just going to fold it. Now from here I can let go of the ruler and I'll just use my finger to hold that in place. And the first loop is about 1.5 inches, which is exactly where I want it to be. And then what you do is you're going to twist your material just one time like this. And it's very important to use wired ribbon when making this kind of bow. So that's going to be your smallest loop. The second loop should be about 2 inches or so, however you want it to be. And then each time you finish making a loop, you're always going to twist it. And make sure that the twisting, each twist is on top of each other. So you have one twist here, and then you have one twist exactly right on top. Okay, now you're going to make your next one to be the same length as this ribbon. So we need that at 2 inches. You can also use a bow maker. That's how I started making bows. I bought a wooden bow maker, and it holds the ribbon for you. Just make sure that this bottom loop is shorter than the loop that you're making now. So the bow ribbon maker that I made was really nice, and it held the ribbon for me. And I really enjoyed using that. Now the next loop, we're going to make this bigger. So this is where the last loop ended. on this side and make it a little bit longer. So you can see from this bottom right here and this one, it's longer. We can measure it. It's about 3 inches. You know, flower in. You can put the flower in wherever you want in your bow, or however far you've gone so far. Now you can make your bow, your flower. You can cut this and make it lay like that if you want. And you can use a lot of flowers in one, a very beautiful swag. But I'm not going to do it like that. I want mine to be straight like that. I will probably need my wire cutters. So I'm going to bend this. As much as I can towards the base. And I'm just going to place it in the middle right here where I did all the twists. Just like that. Okay, and then I'm going to push this back down. Now from now on, when we make our ribbon, our loops, we're going to be placing it on top of the stem to hold it, the flower. So we did about 3 inches on the last ribbon loop. And this is not difficult at all. If you're enjoying my videos, please like and subscribe. Could use the support. So we have about 3 inches here. And make sure that your ribbon is on top of that stem, and you're going to twist. Always twist when you finish the loop. And then you're going to place the next loop, which is also going on top of the stem. And you're just going to keep repeating this until you get to the end of how big you want your ribbon, your bow. So we want it more than 3 inches. Now, it doesn't have to be exact. It's okay if it's off a few centimeters. I'm going to make this one 3. This is bigger than 3 inches. So this looks like about 4 inches. With the twist area being where we're measuring from. So we're just going to twist it. And we're going to place the bow ribbon over the stem. Okay, now I'm going to show this to you from a different angle now. Now we are looking at it through a different angle, and our last loop was 4 inches. So we're now working on the right hand side, and we did a twist. So we're going to make our loop, and this loop is going to be bigger than 4 inches. So of course we're going to look at the last one that we made, last loop. And I usually like to do about a 1/2 inch more. I usually just determine how that looks from the last loop. So our last loop is here, and we're making this a little bit bigger, so you can see the distinction between the size of the loops. So this new loop that we're making, let's measure it. We're measuring from the stem, which is also where we do our twists, and it is 4.5 inches. And then we're going to twist on top of the stem, and then we're going to go over the stem where the material is and make the next loop. And this loop is also going to be the same size as the loop that we just made.